Dolphine, and yeah, I'm looking like a dude. I might need to lean in a little. I'm gonna talk like this. Hold up. I'm a woman. There we go. Dolphine and I said we're telling your followers. Okay. And then I always be out there. That's like Dolphine off of Esplanade.
Look, that's my client laughing at me.
Hi, client lady.
Hey, dancing.
Girl, and I had it was crab cake covered with scrambled eggs and crawfish etouffee. Girl,
Yeah, that's too much. That's too much.
Wrong for that. 5.5 times a week. Girl, but I'm really trying to hopefully it don't come out of it. Anyway, and
let's hope not.
Apple corn waffle.
And apple corn waffle? You were cutting up, huh?
Girl, that's why I got pressure.
Yeah, that's why I got this
like
pillow right here in front of me. So
looking buku fine. Like I'm buku fine.
Gosh.
But yeah, it was good. I mean, it's cute though. I ain't gonna lie. If y'all watching, after we finish eating, a mouse ran across the floor because it's in the French Quarter. So if I had already eaten though, so I couldn't say I want my money back. But yeah. So we're gonna give y'all some time to. I gotta keep doing this. I'm not gonna kiss her because y'all can't see me. But ooh, that thing vibrating hard. You should just somebody sliding them DMs. But we're gonna give people a few minutes. So ask questions to
Melissa McClendon,
because this is her live, and I am Dr. Sheika Square. You can follow me at Dr. Sheika Square if you have questions. Make sure you keep following Melissa because this is her live. So ask questions. Maybe I should tell them a little bit. No, you should tell them.
About you, girl.
But no, you should tell them.
Okay, so let me tell y'all about Dr. Sheika Square. Dr. Sheika Square is my business / life coach. We've been working together for a while. We've done some home buyer seminars together. We've also done some planning stuff together. Mm-hmm. So she has been very helpful in my business, my career, and my personal life. Mm-hmm. So she is my everything. She knows all my personal business. Yeah. Everything about me. She knows.
I signed confidentiality clauses. So y'all tell y'all, right? You don't ask because you can't know. But we're going to talk about 2020, planning 2020 out. Whether you, I got the one because I'm about to be in your lap. Mm-hmm. All right. Planning 2020 out and setting goals. A lot of work, really important work starts with goal setting. So make sure you ask your questions because we are going to talk about planning 2020. And if you own a business or an entrepreneur, or you work for somebody else, or you stay at home and sit on the couch, or you work out for a living, or whatever, it's important to know kind of what you want to do moving forward, or you move forward aimlessly. So that's what we're going to talk about.
If you don't have a plan, that's right.
If you don't have a plan. I was talking to somebody actually today who was very frustrated because he's all over the place about what he wants to do next, and it causes a lot of frustration and anxiety. So if you're just joining us, we're going to talk a little bit about planning for 2020, and let me make sure y'all can see my hair because I don't want to look like a dude on this live. I'm trying to look cute on the live. Look.
Okay. You see her? She's trying to get y'all in her DM.
No, don't say, unless you are scheduling a consultation. But yeah, so you want to start? You want me to start?
I want you to start.
Okay.
Your expertise.
All right. Yes, it is. So for those of you just joining, I'm Dr. Square. I'm a certified life and business coach, organizational strategist, all around great person. And so a lot of the work I do is helping people understand their purpose and how to really get to that point with very little struggle and resistance. And I'm sitting like this in Melissa lap because Instagram Live does not want you to turn it sideways.
So we gotta be real close.
And you know, she's playing pretty good though. You know, I'm glad she don't stay. And so something that's super important and something that I utilize is planning out my next steps. If it's pausing,
somebody's calling.
Right.
I'm so sorry.
I'm gonna wait though, cause I'm
like yours decline.
No.
I don't like the voice. That's kind of mean. 1 second.
Okay, I'm gonna let them finish calling because I don't know if it's paused or not. If it's not paused, tell us and I'll keep talking. But if they call back, we're gonna have to decline. It's a long break too. Okay, we're back.
Okay.
And so, you know, it's really important that you have an understanding of where you're going and a clear understanding of where you're going. And so you already have a purpose, a work that you like to do, enjoy doing. You may not be doing it yet, but whatever it is that you want to accomplish, it's important for you to write out how you're going to accomplish it and what that looks like. I'm not going to take it over here.
So writing it down, that's like
writing it down. And something else that's important about writing it down is some people will type it, and that's okay. But if you can write it in your handwriting and see yourself writing it, you're more likely to attain it. It just does something to the brain.
I agree with that. So I was listening to something the other day. Ray Lewis was saying that until
the
it's just a
no,
he used to play football.
But
he was talking about goals. Oh, that's all right. It was talking about goals. Talking about goals, and he was saying that until you write it down, it's just a thought. It's vision. You write it down.
You write it down, and then you can start plotting out how you're going to get there. But if you're just thinking, "Oh, I want $1 million," that's all you're going to ever do is want $1 million. But when you write down a goal that says, "I will have $1 million by," or "I'll do this to get $1 million," then you really give yourself and your life guidance and directions to say, "Okay, we working to get $1 million." And so it's really important when strategizing and shifting your life, because a lot of you are working to buy property, additional property, first-time home buyers, all of these different things, or just want to be inspired, and that's why you're following Melissa. Learning how to really plan out what you want to do is going to be super important. And so I just had a thought. I'm going to do something really fun. The first person to slide in Melissa's DM.
Slide in my DM.
And schedule. Oh, but you got to be qualified though, because y'all people just be talking about, I want to look for a house, frame into the bank. But the first person, whoever, a pre-qualification letter, and schedules a time to go out and look at houses with Melissa, I'll give you a free copy of both of my books, signed, that talks about goal setting in chapter 8 of the first book, and then the second one gives you space to write out your goals. So the first person on me.
Real life author, y'all.
Real life. I got 2, boo. And I'm working on the third one.
Okay.
So the first person, now, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, unless all y'all buy houses, I'm doing the first person. So the first person, but yes, so it's going to be important for you to write it out and clearly understand what you're writing and put it in the right terms. Right. So tell us some of your goals.
Woo, I got so many, y'all.
Just tell us three.
So 3, I would say number 1, I want to increase my sales for 2020.
Okay.
So that's a big one. I didn't necessarily hit my goal this year because I had a lot going on.
I love your vulnerability.
Yeah, I didn't hit where I wanted to be this year. And we talk about it all the time, but striving to hit it for next year.
Okay.
Another goal is to nurture the relationships in my life. So, and we talk about that too. So the people that are close to me, I want to nurture those relationships because that's really what matters.
I like that. Yeah. I like that you have, but you got to give us 3. What's the third one?
And my third one is to get more organized. So, and that
that
involves me working with an assistant, which you've been telling me I need to do. I need to get an assistant and be more organized so that I can have a little more.
Don't let them be more organized and you just say, here you go, love.
So I can have a personal life and not just be tied to my work constantly.
I like that. So I like that Melissa, or this lady right here, did personal and business goals. And so we're gonna work with Melissa's goals on the live. So I want to increase my sales for 2020. If it were you and you were writing it down, I would say For the year 2020, I want to sell this many houses per month for 12 months. Because that gives you more clarity on how well you're doing and how to write it down. And so I want to sell this many houses or close on this many houses per month for 12 months. So even if you're a car salesman, I want to sell this amount of cars per month for every month so I can have this financial goal in 2020. And then the personal goals, instead of saying I will nurture my relationships with people so whatever the purpose is, and it gives you directions. So also, some of you guys, give us a goal and I can put it in, and how to write it down. So the biggest things is going to make it personal. Make it present. You can do future tense with a little will, but I am works much better than I might. I am, and that's a whole nother life.
Yeah, it's powerful words.
Yeah, it's very powerful words. I am works better, and then giving it a date. Because even if you miss the date by a few weeks, you're still more likely to work towards it. If you say by December 12th of 2020, I will close. What's a big amount of houses to close? 200?
At least 100 for me. At least 100.
Have you done 100 before?
Not 100.
Okay, I don't know.
Close to it, but I haven't done 100.
Then you gotta go big out. So
I need to be saying 125,
130. Yeah, 150.
Right.
I want to close 150. She didn't put it on the live.
I gave y'all all my
So I am closing 150 houses in 2020.
That's right. Yeah. I am closing 150 houses in 2020.
So sliding them DMs. So the first person every month, I'm gonna do a book. I'm gonna help this goal with the first person to slide in the DMs to set up an appointment every month. I'm gonna do a book. A signed book, signed copy. I might even throw in a free consultation because I'm in love with a Christmas time. So I just start giving away. Everybody, because I want to be Oprah one day. You get a car. Yeah. And so, but yes, so hold me to it. But if they don't mention it, don't say nothing. Nothing at all. And so is going to be, and then the deadline, setting the goal. I'm giving all this stuff away for free. This is in, chapter 8 of the book. So setting a date on when you want to have that accomplished and working towards it, and then backtracking. What I mean by that is breaking the goal down into smaller pieces. So if 2020, December 12th, 150 houses closed, then you say, okay, how many do I need to do per month? How many do I need to do per week? How many phone calls do I need to make per day?
That's big.
How many people do I need to network with per day in order to make sure these things are happening? And that's how you segment your goal, and you're more likely to accomplish. Like, I also own a tax business. I'm about to plug that.
What's your tax business?
Square and McGarry Tax Services. You can follow us on Instagram.
Okay.
We are doing. I don't want to do all these plugs on your.
Girl, do it. What is your Instagram page for your tax service?
It's Square McGarry Tax Prep, and we are doing $75 off. Use code McClendon. Okay. That's another freebie. I must have wished.
Get your taxes done. Come on.
Should we do a little more off? No, 70. She like, hell no. Hell no. Okay, $75 off code McClendon. You can schedule it online, and we can, anywhere in the world, because we are virtual, and I'm super legit because I'm a professional. But anyway, with the tax business, what we were doing when setting goals is I literally was like, I want to work with this amount of people per day so that we can hit this goal per month, and this amount of people will be helped in tax season. So breaking up your goals into segments.
That's big. Yeah. That's big. Yeah. So somebody else told me that. Like, I look at the big number, and they were like, "No, break that up."
Overwhelming.
Yeah. It's like it seems so out of reach, but if you break it up, you realize this is doable.
A close. It might be a close. It's not. It's more than a close per week. Yeah. But you know this. I gotta talk to this amount of people. I gotta make at least 2 phone calls a day, and I gotta close this amount of houses. You could probably do it in a quarter. If you really,
it's really just how many people you talk to, so you got to figure that out. How many people do I need to talk to in order to make that come to pass?
And as you know, if it's 5 people for every close, then you multiply it.
Right.
And then you segment it. And so, y'all listening, but y'all not asking. Ask them
Anybody out there have any particular goals or things they want to share that they're trying to hit?
Mm-hmm. And if you just joined, we're talking about how to make whatever your goals are for 2020 come to fruition. Something else that's huge about... Ooh, we only got 15. That's not right. If it die on y'all, we love you. People will wait until when to schedule or to make their goals for the year?
A lot of times, like right before the new year.
Right before the new year. I don't agree with that. It's cool, but what I was saying one day was, if you wait until the new year, December 31st, January 1st, you're just getting started when everybody else already knows what they're doing. Right. And so start now, plotting it out now, getting, like, if you want to lose some weight, start planning out your groceries now. If it's, I want to buy.
Planning.
Yeah, it is planning. You have to plan. And so, I see y'all waving, but do we have any questions? I got your message. I'm going to give you a call tomorrow. Okay.
Oh, that's for Dr. Sheika. No, I've become fearless. Who's that for?
I ain't calling them. You called them?
I made so.
Okay, I've become fearless. Can you tell us who message you got? Because I don't think it was me. If it was me,
and I might know you about something else.
Okay, yeah, because that might be like Michael or something. That's too funny. So ask your questions. We see a lot of haze and how y'all doing and all of that. Oh wait, girl, these people, we ain't even reading them. Okay.
So I'll tell you what. What if we have a little segment you can ask whatever you want for like a quick second, for like a minute?
Right now, yeah. Come on.
Yeah. Any questions you have, whether it be about planning your goals,
yeah, what's
how many phone calls do you get daily? Whew, I get a lot. So there's days like today on a Saturday I don't get as many calls, so I may have gotten 20 calls. On a normal day, during the week my phone rings constantly almost.
How many do you answer? I'm about to put you.
I answer most of them. Actually.
All right now.
Yeah, I might not answer right away if I'm on the phone or I'm doing something, but I will call people back during the same day.
And then who's that? Ryan house buyer. And then something else, you can get these people calling you, but sometimes people will sabotage and you won't answer. Or I think that was Dr. Danette last night. She said people don't answer the phone or don't call back or something.
Yeah, and you know what? I talked to a lot of people that say they was calling the agent and the agent never called me back. And they said, I've been calling up for 2 or 3 days. And I said, really? Yeah. I mean, I always, if I don't call you right back, I will call you within a couple of hours.
You sure? Because that's how you, so, don't sabotage yourself too. 985 Lupac.
Oh, thank you.
Grateful for strong black. You read it already. You cheated.
Yeah,
Black sisters. Y'all in today's world. Reach one, teach one. Yes, thank you. All right. Oh, wait, girl. I am just hitting all kind of buttons.
So, what you think about that? If they could ask, maybe if they want to ask something about goal setting, about
right now or another time.
Or what you want to do?
No, are you saying right now?
Just like before our battery died.
Yeah, go ahead. Ask whatever y'all want, please.
Yeah, please ask us questions, whatever y'all want, whether it be on goal setting, whether it's on, 2020, what your goals are, what your vision is, things that we can help with, whether it be something on home ownership. Ask us before, because we got like 15% on the phone.
Yeah, and okay, so I'm gonna look. I think we got the questions that were here so far. Girl, I keep hitting this thing. Oh, wait. All right. There we go. All right. So, yeah, ask your questions about goals. Ask your questions. All right. So, 985 Lupex said, is the realtor business flexible? How many classes do I have to take?
Okay. Yeah, it is. It's very flexible. So when I started, I was working a full-time job. And I went to classes on Tuesday and Thursdays in the evening. And it took me about 8 weeks to finish. And so I was still able to work full time, and I just did real estate as much as I wanted to. But what happened is my business outgrew. It became so time consuming because I started getting more clients and more business that I eventually quit my job. But you can, if you don't want it to that capacity, you can work it. You could do a couple of deals, 1 deal a month or something just for extra money. So it's really up to you. It's really a lot of freedom in it.
Well, look at Soul by Sage.
Hey.
How you doing, girl? How you doing, Soul by Sage? I think I know who that is now. I hope I ain't saying all here. But I think that's...
Okay, yeah. I know.
Okay, I think I know it too. I went to
Hey, thank you for joining.
All right, so if there, I'm gonna just recap. So if we were talking about how to plan out your goals and how to really run into 2020 versus walking. And so the biggest thing is making sure you write it in your handwriting, so you can see it, and then do it in present tense as if you already have what it is you're aspiring to have. And then the last big tip would be to put a deadline, a date on it. So I am making $1 million a month every month starting in and you put the date. Right. I am helping 10 families a week realize their dream of home ownership every month. Right. I am eating healthy foods so that I can have a healthier body, clearer mind in October of 2019. I think it's November, but so that's how you're gonna write those out, and you're gonna plan those out in order to make them real life. And so I actually use these things because I know people are like, whatever. No, I do too. I use this. I wrote out what my house was gonna look like. Before
I had a picture of it.
Yeah. I had, so down, if you're buying a house or when you buy a house, know what you want your house to look like before you even look for houses. Know what you want it to cost. Neighborhood, what you want the neighborhood to look like.
Whatever it is, like I write down my goals really, and I think you should write them often.
Yes. So
I try to write them every day.
Right.
And I even take a picture of them and keep them on my phone so that I can always go back to them. And so, they change over time because sometimes I hit them and then I, make them higher or whatever. But I think it's important to always keep it before you and to look at it regularly, and you'll be surprised how fast it happens. And, I think there's a scripture that says, write the vision, make it plain. So I think when you write it down, it must trigger something inside your mind.
It's no must. It is. When you write it down and your brain sees it in your handwriting and you do it in present tense, it's as if you already have it. So what you're doing is your mind is like, we already have this, and so it's making the rest of your life catch up. So it's already done, and you already have it, knowing that you are your only limitation. So catch up with your dreams, catch up with the visions, catch up with the things that you think about, because they're already there. There are no stops, there are no blocks. You already have them. You need to catch up, and you need to have tools to catch up, like goal setting, meditation, all these other things to help remove your blocks. Look, I'm like this. I'm trying to remove.
Girl, get close.
Look at me. Remove your blocks, and because the only limits you have are yourself.
They're only in your mind.
They're only in your mind. You can really, literally change your life by shifting how you think about it. Yeah. And so
you really, really can. I mean, I mean. And the most successful people, these people you see doing all these amazing things, I can guarantee you they write down goals.
Oh, yeah. I listen to Mama Oprah all the time, and she hates when we call her Auntie Oprah and Mama Oprah, but I'm going to get
she's not old.
That's Mama Oprah. But she talks about writing down goals, and some of the most successful people work less than people who struggle. I'm trying to hit the mute button. Struggle and make, enough to survive. Because they understand the power of the mind and moving into that. So, but
oh, thank you.
You gotta stop.
I'm fast. I'm sorry, girl.
But you gotta read it so other people.
I gotta think quick.
Well, look, I'm trying to read the lady name out. I don't know.
And I can't even see my lack one.
It's an I though.
Is it?
My AC one. Sure, my eighth one.
Now you can see. I can't see.
Look, I'm all in it left. I love this. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us. Yes. Thank you for joining. That's all I got.
So, I mean, 2020, like, I think 2020 is so important to me because it's like a whole nother decade. Like, I keep thinking, like, okay, we're going into a new decade, so we got to do new thinking. And just think on a higher level, like the thing we were at last night.
Yeah, Fridays with Friends. Shout out to Pastor Friend.
Oh man, that was so awesome.
It was cute. I did like it. Malika Honore Credit Consultants, Dr. Jeanette O'Neill. I don't know if she's on Instagram. Probably. She seems like she be popular. She's on. And then Elena Fingal were the speakers, and they dropped a lot of nuggets on planning your finances.
Right.
So. That's all I got.
Yeah, we might have to try and get them on a live or something, girl.
I'll get
because Malika talks about getting your credit together. Dr. Fingal, right? Elena.
Elena.
Yeah, she talked about budgeting and getting your finances in order. And Dr. Jeanette O'Neill, who is like one of my mentors, she talked about housing and getting. She talked about all kinds of different little programs and stuff.
She did. She talked about something. I was like, what?
So this year, y'all don't have no excuses. But we're going to try and get some of those people on live video so we could talk about that too. And getting your life together for 2020 so y'all can be better in 2020.
That's all we got.
Too. I got to get better. She's been helping me.
Yeah, and hold up to it. You heard what she said, 150.
150. Y'all hold
So check in and then make sure you slide in them DMs. If you just joined, you got to rewatch because there's some special gifts.
Oh, man. Thank you. So quick. Oh, my God. I'm gonna have to act like I was thinking.
Right. Too motivated say you are the best realtor there is.
Oh, thank you.
Melissa. Look, I ain't see the last one. I be all in the live like hello. Like an old lady, hello.
Oh my God. So what they say, better, more.
Better. Look at
I love that. I'm gonna be saying that all over. Better, more. Better, more. That's gonna be the same for next year. Okay. Anyway.
I'm glad you. No, don't pray for you. Be excited. You know, show the people who you are.
Yeah.
That was the mantra from last night.
Yeah.
We were both at an event, a ladies' event, and they had some.
Y'all should try it. If y'all haven't gone, y'all should really go.
To Fridays with Fran. Pastor Fran is the Instagram. And I think the next one might be December or January. I don't know. But yeah, good. If y'all have any more questions, you know.
We'll be doing this again, I'm sure.
Yeah. And that's it. And then make sure y'all tell Melissa y'all favorite parts and schedule. Oh, you know, there's a bunch of programs for you to buy a house. A bunch. And so buy a house.
And you know what Dr. Jeanette O'Neill said yesterday? She talked about the 500 credit score.
I've never heard that before.
I heard it before, but I thought maybe it was just a fake. Yes, she said 500.
I heard 500 credit score. If you have a 500 credit score and $10,000, so it seems like if your credit score is lower, you have to have more of a down payment. But still, a 500 credit score, and you can still get your house with a $10,000.
Yeah, you can do that with your taxes.
Sure can, because some of y'all just go buy furniture.
Yeah, or
with your tax. And we really talk y'all out of it, but
this year 2020 we're gonna do better.
Right, you're gonna make sure you have room cards for us to give to the people.
Yeah.
And make sure you're answering your phone. Because people say you ain't answering your phone.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Do you have some houses in the East for sale?
I sure do. You can call me at 504-417-5131. I can find you a house whatever you would like to, but I do have a couple things in New Orleans East. Just give me a call and I can.
Oh, she got a 720.
Oh, girl, you got good credit.
Or
you're in the 700 club.
Right.
Yeah. 743 is very good.
So slide in the too motivated, go into the DMs and y'all link up.
Let's talk.
Hold her to it. If she doesn't, if you know somebody says if she ain't answer your call,
you blast me. I'll tell Dr. Sheika on you.
Right. 743 in the East.
Oh, girl, that's serious. But anyway, I know my phone is about to die because I've been answering my phone all day long.
Yes, you answered on the first ring for me.
I did. So
because y'all got her together.
My phone is gonna die on everybody. But y'all let us know what y'all want to talk about next time because I talk about a whole lot with this young lady. We touch on all kind of topics.
Yeah.
And, she really touch on some things that sometimes I'm like, man, I never thought about it like that.
That's why you pay me.
Yeah, that's why I pay her. Yeah, so just let us know.
She took a deep breath.
I did. It hurt my feelings, but it's worth it.
Girl, it shouldn't. That's what we're gonna talk about. You got to give out, and appreciate the energy of giving to also be able to receive too.
That's true. Cause I'm cheap, y'all. Yeah, she working on me though.
Girl, yes. And you ask some of my clients, the bigger the checks you can write, if you can write a big check, that means you have big money coming in. People with little money can't write big checks. So if you can write a big check to a service provider, that means how much money do you need to come in to be able to cover that comfortably and still survive? And so that is also something people don't realize I do as a work on them, is if you're not comfortable sending out, you also not comfortable taking in. And so we can begin there next time if y'all want more information on that. But people with little money don't write big checks. People with little money don't have consultants that they pay. People with little money don't have employees. People, you're not writing checks to nobody because you're trying to survive. So you have to change your mindset about those things too. Money is an energy exchange. And the more energy you can exchange, the more energy you can accept. It is not the paper and coins that society has convinced, and I'm getting too, y'all. But it's not the paper and coins that we think it is. It's literally an exchange of energy. It is a thank you almost, and acceptance. And so if you can't open yourself up to accept, you won't be able to give. And if you can't give, you can't accept. So so that could be a goal for somebody too. I want to write bigger checks. I want to,
I like that.
I want to write bigger checks.
Yeah, I want to write bigger checks.
I want to see bigger numbers.
You have to have the capacity to write it.
Right. You can write a check that can bounce.
Yeah.
Jim Carrey.
They're going to rush you.
Yeah. Carrey with a straight face. Jim Carrey said before he made his first million, he wrote $1 million check to himself and rode around with it in his wallet for years until he was able to cash it. And then when he was able to cash it, he wrote a bigger one. So that shows you the power of the mind, goal setting, and money exchange. So
in my office, I have a fake check for the amount of money that I want to make.
All right.
Yeah, and I have it written out to myself. I have a date on it, and I have an amount.
Well,
that might be something we need to do for 2020.
Yeah. Write our checks out.
I
like that. Let's do it. Let's have a write our checks out party. Yeah. All right. I'm done.
All right, thank y'all so much for tuning in. This is something we want to start doing because I learned so much from her. I learned a lot, and
thank you. Don't
I
make
me
cry on me. If you start crying, I'm gonna walk.
Because I'm very sensitive these days, so I make me start crying. So, with that being said, this is somebody that helps me tremendously in my personal, my business life. And so I want to share her. I just was actually recommending her to somebody else. I was telling her how fabulous she was and helps me to kind of grow as a person.
Aww.
So I'm just sharing y'all with her. I'm sharing her with y'all. I'm kind of selfish, but I'm sharing her with y'all. And we wanted to kind of do some live videos from time to time to kind of help everybody else.
Well, there you go. Yep, I'll come back whenever we, just let us know what you want to talk about. And we'll be back. And y'all have a happy Saturday. Wonderful Sunday, and make sure before your week starts or at some point next week you start writing out your goals, how you want to close out the rest of 2019 and how you want to begin in 2020. And so that's all we got.
That's all. We'll talk to y'all later.
Bye. I gotta get all in here to turn the thing on. Don't judge me, but I look like a lady when I'm up close on my back. I was looking a little scary. Are you sure you want to end your life? Yes, I think because